You can't put them all under your wing.
They've got Helena. I have to try.
Stay the hell away from here.
We don't leave loose ends.
No, we don't.
Do you see the show as an essentially serious show? Do you see it as sort of fun, sci-fi, escapist fare?
I think that we deal with things that are inherently scary, and we sort of look at them through a dark, with a dark humor. John Fawcett, who created the show, and Graham Manson, the two of them have a very specific sense of humor, which is kind of like always trying to find the lightness and the comedy in the darkest situations, and I definitely am attracted to that sense of humor, and have loved that our show has this kind of very specific voice to it.
And do you see the show as being sort of a feminist show? I've seen you say it before, that maybe you see it as a feminist show. Do you see it like that?
Yeah, I mean, I think that the response from a lot of fans has been that they've felt that there are feminist themes in the show, and that's sort of the undercurrent, and I definitely agree with that, and feel proud that that's how our show's seen. But I don't think that we set out to tell that story initially. I think it was just sort of a happy accident.
But you've got a big influx of male energy on the show this season. You got a new clone. It's a guy. He's a military guy.
Yeah.
He's the guy who's getting into knife fights and burning off tattoos. Does that change the balance of the show at all?
No, I think what it does is it just adds a new perspective. I don't think it's going to alter the perspective of the show in any way that's going to change the fabric of it. I think what it does is it adds to the fabric. I think that having this other perspective only further reinforces the Lita perspective, which are the clones that I play. Yeah, I think it's a new kind of exploration of identity. The Castor clones were raised in a contained environment all together as a group, and they were bonded as kids, so they have a very different experience of their lives than the Lita clones, who were all dispersed.
And of course, Ari Millen plays the Castor clones. Have you talked to him about your experience playing a clone? Did he have any clone playing tips for him?
I had a hot sheet of clone playing tips that I gave him. No, he and I chatted about it, and he was he's such a talented actor, and really blew us all away when he came in season 2 with the intensity that he has, and the talent and the depth of creepiness that he can bring. And so it felt like a no-brainer to me that he would be the one to take on that challenge. And you know, we chatted about it, and he checked out some of the clone scenes while we were shooting them, and sort of got a feel for it. But ultimately, he made it his own process, and it is a very personal kind of thing.
Now, I know people always ask you, oh, who's your favorite clone to play? And you usually don't pick any.
Yeah.
Is there someone who's your least favorite clone to play? Because you play so many roles.
Yeah.
Is there one you think, oh my gosh, this is tough, I don't want to play her today?
Sometimes, if I'm not feeling like eating like sardines with mustard on a donut, then like Helena's not as exciting to play. Or if I'm tired, like Allison's intense energy is a lot to conjure, but most of the time I'm kind of really happy to play whoever I'm playing.
Now, I've been thinking, because I watch the show all the time with my wife, and I'm trying to think what the overall message of the show is. And what I came up with, and stop me if I'm wrong here, is that maybe it's that biology isn't destiny, that all these women are clones, yet they've ended up in these wildly disparate places in terms of the personality. I mean, when you think of the overall arch of the show, what do you come away with in terms of what it all means?
I'm terrible with that kind of stuff, but I think you're right. I think what you said is right.
Yes.
Yeah, I think you got it.
Go.
We're
done.
Yep, that's it.
Shut it down. Okay.
You just won Orphan Black.
I've also heard that you usually associate music with all the roles that you play. For each clone, there's a song that you play to get you in the mood. Is that true? And what are some of the songs that you do play to get you in the mood to play each one?
Oh, well, there's different ones for each of them, and they definitely make me move in a different way, which kind of helps inform the physicality of the characters. So for Sarah, I listened to a lot of Prodigy and a lot of Dizzy Rascal and The Streets, who are all, you know, UK musicians. So there's that.
So sort of 90s style for them.
90s style, like what she would have, you know, raved out to when she was doing that. Casima's like Grimes, who's a really cool kind of electronic musician. What else do I listen to? Tom Waits and Anthony and the Johnsons for Helena. And who else? Who else do we have? Oh, Allison. show tunes.
Show tunes for
Yeah.
Allison? Like
Yeah.
from what shows?
West Side Story, Jesus Christ Superstar, basically everything that I love.
Now with Allison in particular, how do you find that balance between creating a real character people can believe in and a character that's kind of a send-up of suburbia and suburban moms?
Well, I think we definitely have fun with her, and we don't try to shy away from the kind of bigness of her life, even though it's always minutia that she's dealing with. Yeah, we let her kind of be as wild and sort of caricature-y as possible, but then we always pull it back. And John Fawcett was really adamant that she sort of stand on that, right on the edge of total cartoon, and but still remain a human being. Because I know women like that. I am like that. You know, like I have her in me for sure. I think everybody has a little suburban housewife in them.
How many more characters do you have inside of you? How many more clones could you play on the show, do you think?
I don't know. I think it's, I think, you know, as actors, you're constantly growing and you're constantly changing, and you take on new parts all the time, and you explore new facets of yourself. So I don't think it's limited to an amount. I think it's just what you're willing to sort of reveal.
So what's next for you as an actress? Obviously, you have this 4th season of Orphan Black coming out. Are there any other movies or any other TV appearances in actual dramatic roles you have coming up in the near future?
Yeah, I just wrapped a film called Two Lovers and a Bear, directed by Kim Nguyen, who directed this amazing movie called War Witch. And it's a love story set in the Arctic between myself and Dane DeHaan, who's an amazing, amazing actor. And so, yeah, we just wrapped like a week ago. So I was on a skidoo for all of last month. Yeah.
Well, Orphan Black Season 3 ongoing, Orphan Black Season 4 coming at us soon.
Yeah.
Thanks a lot for coming to the Wall Street Journal.
Thank you so much.